So, I lost my cat. He's been gone for a week and a day now, and as it happens, I happen to rent Murdered Soul Suspect, in which I possess a cat. It doesn't seem really right, you know. I mean, it's like I got this cat and had him since he was a kitten that I could hold in my hand. Had him for 7 years. He predates the birth of my daughter, who's about to turn 7, and just kind of turned up missing. Went to the Ren Fair on Sunday, and he was there in the morning, begging for food. Filled up his dish. He had a couple of nibbles, and then came home from the Ren Fair later that night. Didn't see him, and have not seen him since. His last gift to us was a disemboweled mouse left in front of the bedroom door. Actually, just the tail part. It was like the hindquarters, the guts, and then the back feet and the tail. And so I guess that was his going away present, maybe. I don't know exactly what it was, but pretty much the worst nightmare of a Redditor that you can imagine. So yeah, my cat's gone. Now we have been scouring the neighborhood. I printed up a bunch of signs and we posted it around on the telephone poles in the neighborhood, on the mailbox. We've taken occasion to go and meet our neighbors and flash our flyer around and say, hey, yeah, have you seen our cat? Well, it's actually kind of been a little bit of an enlightening experience going up and down our street and meeting some of the people that we live next to. We live in an area not very far away from Microsoft in Redmond, Washington. It's a quiet little dead-end street, and most of the houses are older, 70s, 80s builds, and split levels, and most of the folks here are pretty nice, normal, average people. I went out and I met an old man who found we flashed a flyer to him, and this old guy is standing in his driveway, and my daughter walked up to him and, do you have you seen this cat? And he's like, is there a possibility that he turned into a turtle? And my 6-year-old daughter is like, no, he's not, he can't turn into a turtle. Well, the old man found a turtle in his driveway, and how it got there, I have no idea. I thought it was like a little, like a turtle, like the size of, I don't know, like your fist, like, one of those little small ones. But no, this is like a tortoise. This is a full-on turtle, like big, like a baseball mitt kind of thing. And how it got there, who knows? Kind of strange because we don't have any like water nearby, any wasteland or nothing like that. So kind of a mystery, I suppose. So we talked to the old lady who owns 4 plots of land behind my neighbor's house, and it's kind of like prime real estate. Probably going to sell for a couple of mil. We talked to the lesbians down the road, Carol and Cheryl, and talked to a few other people. It's been fun. I did have occasion as well to go talk to my neighbor Mark, who lives next door to me, whom I spoke about in a video recently regarding I think it was the golf and murder one, where the cops showed up and they had him on the ground and they were they carted him away in the paddy wagon, and we thought he stabbed his wife. Well, so I went over and I talked to them a little bit about the cat, and they're cat people. They have like 4 cats in their house, and it turns out he drives the same car as I do, so we started chatting about that, and then about this and about the other thing. And so essentially I was just about to leave, and I kind of was like, oh, by the way, sorry to butt my head in on that commotion that was going on here last weekend, and left him to respond. He told me that I didn't say, hey, sorry I see your wife's okay, you didn't shiver after all. It turns out that she had some sort of medical emergency going on. Seafair is a big popular event that happens here in Seattle on like Lake Washington once a year, where everyone goes out in their boats and girls take off their tops and titties are everywhere, and they have the hydroplane races, and it's basically a drinking fest. Well, that's what they were there all day long, which explains his unusual garb, and she got really, really drunk. I guess her mom just died, and then her cat just passed away as well. So, that's a double whammy right there. Plus, she was drunk, and then she had some sort of seizure right there in her driveway. And he called 911. He himself was drunk, obviously, spending all day on the water with beer and titties. And so the cops showed up, and they didn't know exactly what to expect. And lo and behold, it turns out she's just having some sort of episode. He's trying to help her, but he's a drunk fool, and they don't believe him. So you show up on the scene, and you see a woman laying there, and a drunk man standing above her. Yeah, you put the guy in handcuffs. So that's pretty much what happened, or at least the story that he told me. And I don't have any reason to disbelieve him. In fact, I really grateful that I went over there to reconnect with him, because he's a really, really cool, chill guy, and I wouldn't mind going out and having a drink with him. And so maybe that'll happen in the future. Anyway, so the cat's gone. I rented this game, Sole Suspect Murdered. I thought it might be something that my wife would get into. And she did. She enjoyed it a little bit, because she's kind of like a CSI, puzzle person, and that's exactly what this game is. Not a lot of heavy action, a lot of problem solving, looking for clues, talking to people. It's not a 10 out of 10 kind of game by any stretch. It's probably more like 7 out of 10, I would say, maybe. It's kind of it's different than most of the other Xbox One games, which is why I kind of wanted to try it out, and it was well worth it. If you have the means to go and spend $2 on this game, I suggest that you do it. For a Redbox rental for an evening, it'll eat up a few hours, and it's kind of interesting. Actually, my son started playing it afterwards, so we kept it for a couple of extra days, and he made it pretty far actually through the storyline, and it's nice. It's good game. Anyway, so if you see my cat, let me know. Anyway, that's it. That's my story. I'm done. Peace out, Neeko.